The next morning, Jihu woke up, rubbing his sleepy eyes as he made his way downstairs. The delicious aroma of breakfast filled the air, and he saw his mom standing by the stove preparing food. But then something made him freeze. His eyes widened as he saw a figure standing behind Thong, arms wrapped around his waist. Jihu's heart pounded in his chest. It was his dad. Jungkook was back hugging Thong, his face buried in his shoulder, whispering something only his mom could hear. His mom laughing at something his dad said in his mom's ear, and then his mom fed his dad a piece of apple. Jiho blinked, unable to believe his eyes. Was he really seeing his dad? A shaky breath escaped his lips before he let out a loud "Dad?" Both Thong and Jungkook turned to look at him, and before Jiho could stop himself, tears started falling down his face. Jungkook was confused, looking at him. Jiho? Jungkook already shocked. Jiho ran toward his father, crashing into his arms. His tiny hands grabbed Jungkook's shirt, hugging him tightly. Dad, I can see you. I can see you now. Jungkook's eyes widened in disbelief. Before his own tears started falling, he held Jiho tightly, sobbing into his heart. Jungkook, my son, you can finally see me, he whispered, crying. Thong watched, his own eyes welling up as he saw father and son reunited in a way they had longed for. I can't believe this. This is really happening, but how? Jiu pulled back slightly, keeping his dad's face with his small hands as if trying to memorize every detail. I missed you so much, Dad. I wanted to see you so badly. I wanted to play with you. I wanted to do so many things with you. Jungkook shook through his tears, kissing Jiho's forehead, cheeks, and nose, pampering him just like he always wanted. I missed you too, my son, more than anything. You don't believe. I also wanted to do so many things with you. I would still like to do that. What we couldn't be able to from so long. But I still can't believe you can see me. Thong smiled, wiping his tears as he pulled them both into a hug, whispering, our family is finally complete. Jiu refused to let go of Jungkook, afraid that if he blinked, his dad would disappear again. He sniffed, looking up at Jungkook with teary and excited eyes. Dad, now that I can see you, will I always be able to see you now? He asked, keeping Jungkook tightly. Jungkook nodded, his thumb gently brushing away Jiho's tears. Yes, son. I don't know how, but you can see me now, and I promise I am never leaving you again. He grabbed Jiho's little palm and kissed it on his hand. Jiho smiled widely, hugging Jungkook's neck again. Then, you have to do everything with me now. Eat with me, play with me, help me with homework, and tell me bedtime stories. Thong shook head, watching the pure happiness in Jiho's eyes. Looks like you have a lot of responsibilities now, Jungkook. Jungkook smirked, pulling Thong into a hug. I don't mind. I will do everything for our son and also for you. You two are my word, and mom dad too. Jiho gasped as he thought he'd him. Wait, Dad, this means you can also celebrate my birthday with me next week? Thong's eyes widened. That's right. Jiho's birthday is next week. Jungkook ruffled his hair. Then let's make it the best birthday ever. I will gift you a lot of things for your birthday this year. Jiho jumped in excitement. I want a big cake, lots of celebration. And Dad, you have to help me blow the candles. Jungkook laughed, nodding. Of course, I will be right there beside you. Thong watched them, his eyes swelling with love. For a long, Jiho had wished to see his father, and now that it had come true, he couldn't be happier. Alright, let's eat breakfast first, Thong said, leading them to the dining table. For the first time, Jiho sat between his parents, Jungkook on the one side and Thong on the other. It felt like a dream that finally came to reality. As they ate together, laughing and talking, Thong looked at Jungkook and Jiho, his heart whispering one thing. We are truly a family now, happy and together. I always wished for this complete family. Thank you, God, for completing my wish. On Jiho's 13th birthday, the house was filled with party and excitement. Thong and Jungkook had decorated everything themselves, making sure their son had the best day. It's not a grand party, no crowd, just family. Jiwoo had insisted to invite only one guest, Sushi. I just want to celebrate with the people I love, he had told his parents. When Suji arrived, Jiwoo's face lit up. They had been close for years, and her presence made the day even more special. As the candles flickered on the cake, everyone gathered around. Thong wrapped his arm around Jiwoo's shoulder, smiling proudly. Jungkook standing beside them, looking at his son with soft, adoring eyes. Thong, make a wish, Jiwoo. Thong said gently. Jiwoo closed his eyes, taking a deep breath before blowing out the candles. The room erupted into cheers, and Thong, Jungkook, and Mr. and Mrs. Yeon clapped happily. Then came the moment they all had been waiting for. The first bite of the cake. Jiwoo took a piece and turned it around, facing both his parents. Jungkook and Thong opened their mouth, expecting Jiwoo to feed them first. After all, it was tradition. Jungkook, feed your appa first, you. Thong, no, feed me first, you. To their shock, Jiwoo giggles and turned it to Sunshine, instead gently offering her the first bite. The room fell silent for a second before Jungkook and Thong eyes widened in disbelief. Thong pouted, "Yeah, Jiwoo, what's about us?" Jungkook crossed his arms, pretending to be offended. "I thought we were your favorite, but I was so wrong." He stomped his face on the ground. Jiwoo laughed, looking at them with bored eyes. "You guys always get the first bite. This time I wanted to give it to Sunshine." Jungkook, "But not me, Jiwoo. You should have at least fed me." Jiwoo, "Oh, I'm sorry, Dad." Jiwoo rushed to his dad and fed him Dad a second bite. "Are you happy now?" Jungkook, "Yes, more than happy." Thong, looking like Jiwoo has his first priority settled now. Sunji blushes, happily taking the piece of the cake again from Jiwoo. "Thank you, Jiwoo." Jungkook sighed dramatically. "I lost to a girl. My own son betrayed me." Thong chuckled, nudging him. "Well, at least we know who he will marry in the future." Jiwoo and Sunji turned red, making everyone laugh. The rest of the night was spent with laughter, love, and joy. And even though Jiwoo had given the first bite to Sunji, he made sure to feed his parents right after, because no matter what, they were still his everything. As the night continued, Jiwoo suddenly stopped up, clearing his throat. "Jiwoo, I have an announcement to make." Everyone turned their attention to him. Curiosity filled their eyes. Surji sat beside him, fidgeting slightly, but smiling softly. Jiwoo took a deep breath before saying, "Sunji is my girlfriend." The room fell into stunned silence. Thong, Jungkook, and Jiwoo's grandparents froze, their mouths slightly open in shock. Thong, "What?" Thong was the first to react. Jungkook eyes widened, looking between Jiwoo and Sunji. When did that happen? His grandparents were just as shocked as they smiled later. Sunji shook nervously before answering, "A year ago." Thong, "A whole year? And you didn't tell us?" Thong gasped, placing his hand on his chest as if he had been betrayed. Jiwoo nodded confidently. "I wanted to make sure before I told you guys." Jungkook crossed his arms, narrowing his eyes playfully. "So, what now? You are still young, Jiwoo." Jiwoo smiles, looking at Sunji with so much affection before turning back to his family. "I know, but one day, when I become something capable of carrying the responsibility of a family, I will marry Sunji." Sunji's cheeks turned red at these words, and Jungkook and Thong watched them fondly, their hearts swelling with warmth. Jiwoo continued, "I want to give Sunji every happiness, just like how you give each other happiness, Mom, Dad." Thong and Jungkook exchanged glances, touched by their son's word. His grandparents also looked at him with pride in their eyes. After a moment, Thong sighed dramatically. "I go, our son. Jiwoo is already talking about the marriage." Grandmother, "We have another marriage to attend, I guess." Grandpa, "You are right. I'm not dying before attending my grandson's marriage." Jungkook shook, shaking his head. "Guess we can't stop him." Jiwoo's grandparents gazed at them, nodding in approval. Thong, fine. Thong finally said, you can date, but remember, she is still a little girl, so no funny business. Jigu rolled his eyes. I know, Mom, I'm not a kid anymore. Jungkook, a kid will always be a kid for his parents. Understand, Jigu? Jigu, I'm 13 now, Dad. It's not called a kid, it's called getting mature. Jungkook, 13 is not the age where you get mature. Donkey. Jigu pouted, sulking. Mom, Dad is calling me donkey. Dong snapped lightly on Jungkook's arm. He's not a donkey, he is a piggy. Jigu got angry and looked cute while making crying face. No, no one loves me here. Sunshi giggled, squeezing Jigu's hand under the table. Don't worry, Jigu. I do love you. Jungkook smirked. Young love. Just don't forget to study, Jigu. The family laughed, teasing Jigu and Sunshi. But at the end of the night, they all knew this love was something special. Years passed like a breeze, carrying memories of laughter, love, and togetherness. Joel had grown into a fine young man, and when he found love in Sunshi, Jung Useok's daughter, Dong was proud that his son chose a girl who is much more understanding than he had imagined. Oh, their wedding day! Jigu had hailed Sunshi and gently and whispered, there's something I need to tell you. Sunshi smiled, brushing her fingers over his cheek. What is it, love? Jigu took a deep breath. My father, he lived with us, and now I can see him. You might think it's impossible, but it's true. Sunshi's eyes softened. I know, Jigu. Whenever I visit your home, I have seen you talking, laughing, and smiling at something invisible for me. But I'm happy at least you can see your father. Katie's love. I am happy for you. And if you say he is here, then I believe you. Jigu swelled with emotion, pulling her into a warm embrace. You don't mind? She shook her head. Why would I? I love you, Jigu, and I accept everything about you, including the love you have for his father. I can't imagine separating you from your father. I can't imagine separating you from your father, whom you just got after so many years. I cannot love Jigu. Thank you so much for understanding me, Sunshi. You are the best type. He hugged her tightly, crying in her embrace. Their life in the peaceful village continued, wrapped in love. The fresh air, the family, and the sound of nature around them made every moment precious. When Sunshi gave birth to twins, the household was filled with the sound of giggles and tiny footsteps. Two beautiful souls had entered in their lives, and Dong found himself reliving the joy of fatherhood through his grandchildren. As the years passed, Dong and Jungkook grew older. Jungkook never aged physically, but time had left its mark on Dong's body. His hair had turned silver, his steps slower, but his heart remained as full as ever. He still couldn't see himself in the mirror, but as he stood before it, he only smiles because he didn't need to see himself in the mirror to know he had lived the fulfilled life. A life with Jungkook, a life with Jigu, a life surrounded by love. Jungkook wrapped his arm around Taeyong from behind, placing a gentle kiss on his temple. Jungkook, are you happy, love? He whispered. Taeyong closed his eyes, leaning onto his touch. Happier than I ever imagined, and that was all mattered. It was a peaceful night, the village quiet except for the soft chirping of crickets. Dong sat with a warm cup of tea, his aged hand trembling slightly as he brought the cup to his lips. And before he could take a sip, a familiar pair of strong arms wrapped around his waist from behind. Jungkook, you are not sleeping yet? Jungkook's voice was gentle, his lips brushing against Taeyong's hair. Taeyong sighed, leaning back against Jungkook's chest, feeling the solid warmth behind him. I was just thinking, Jungkook hummed, pressing a soft kiss on Taeyong's silver hair. About what? Taeyong shook, settling his cup down. How I am getting old and you are still the same, unfair, don't you think? He circled, pouting. Jungkook laughed, his deep melodic voice filling the room. You are still as beautiful as the first day I saw you, my love. Still young as I saw you on the first day. Still as shiny as the moon. Tong turned around in his embrace, lifting a wrinkled hand to Jungkook's smooth cheeks. His touch soft. And you are still the same hopeless romantic, my ghost lover? Jungkook smirked. And you still love it? Love me romantic? Tong shook his head with a smile. I do. Jungkook suddenly pulled Tong in his feet, his hands resting on Tong's waist. Dance with me. Tong raised an eyebrow. There's no music. Jungkook shrugged. Since when we need the music? Tong laughed, but did Jungkook sway him gently, their feet moving in sync, as if they had been dancing together for decades, which they had. The night breeze whispering through the curtains, carrying the scent of fresh flowers from the garden. Tong rested his head on Jungkook's shoulder, closing his eyes as they swayed under the moonlight. Tong, Jungkook, he whispered. Jungkook, Tong, thank you for staying with me, even when I couldn't see myself in the mirror, even when everyone left. Thank you for telling me how beautiful I am. Jungkook stopped at their moments, keeping Tong's face, his eyes shone with love, so deep, so ethereal. It made Tong's heart shake. You are my home, Tong. I would never leave you. And with that, Jungkook leaned in, capturing Tong's lips in a kiss. Their love defying time, defying life and death itself. Even after all these years, they still had each other, and that was all that mattered. After some days, they sat in the garden. Tong and Jungkook sat by the side on the bench, their hands resting together like they always had for years. The koi fish swam in lazy circle, eating food Tong fed them. A sigh left Tong's lips. I forgot how do I look. He murmured voice barely above whisper. Jungkook turned to him, eyes filled with an unspoken sadness. And love, you still look so beautiful as before, Sapphire. Tears welled up in Tong's eyes. His heart swelled with emotion, too heavy to put into words. He turned to Jungkook, his lips trembling as he smiled softly. Thank you for staying with me all these years, for giving me the happiness I needed, even when the world turned its back to me. Jungkook's finger gently wiped away tears, but his own tears freshly fell. I promise you, I will never leave, didn't I? Tong made in response, leaning his head against Jungkook's shoulder. A peaceful silence settling between them as they watched the fish swim, their intertwined finger resting on Tong's lap, and then Tong stopped breathing. Jungkook held the stillness, the weight on his shoulder suddenly heavy. His heart clenched painfully. Tong, he whispered, shaking him gently. No response. A sharp breath left Jungkook as he cupped Tong's face. His skin was still firm, his expression calm, as if he had simply fallen asleep. But he wasn't going to wake up. Tong, please. Jungkook was cracked, his hand trembling. He shook him again, but Tong remained still. A tear rolled down Jungkook's cheek as he whispered, Don't leave me, love. And then a familiar voice echoes behind him. Jungkook. Jungkook turned in his breathing. There standing before him was Tong, smiling, radiating, no longer aged, but as beautiful as he had always been. Tong, it's time for us to go, Tong said gently, reaching out his hand to find another life, to be each other's again. Jungkook lips trembling, his heart touching, but he knew this meant to be. They had loved in this life, and now they would love in next. And he placed Tong's lifeless body on the beach so carefully, giving it a last kiss on his forehead, and moved it to the spirit Tong. But before he could take Tong's hand, Jiho, Mom? Jiho's frightened voice shattered the silence. Jungkook turned to their son, running toward them. His face pale, eyes filled with horror. Jiho dropped on his knees beside his mother's lifeless body, shaking him desperately. Mom, wake up, please. Tears streaming down Jiho's face as he clutched Tong's hand, his succor echoing in the garden. His wife Sunshine died a moment later, gasping as she covered her mouth, tears spilling down her cheek. Still tried to console Jiho, but her own tears falling Jungkook's heart clenched. Seeing his son cry, he stepped forward, knowing he could not physically touch him, but he spoke softly. Chio. Chio had learned to hear his father's voice long ago, but today it felt different. Don't cry, son. Your mom wants to go now, so I will be going with him. Chio shook his head, tears blurring his vision. No, please don't go. He grabbed his dad's hand, trying to stop him. Jungkook's voice was soft with love. Chio. Jungkook turned it back, cupping Chio's face with his another palm. We will meet again, Chio, in the next lab, and when we do, we want you as our son again. You were the amazing son, Chio. We wish you a very healthy and long life. Chio sobbed, gripping his mother's lifeless hand and his heart breathing. I will miss you. He shook it out. Jungkook smiled gently. We will always be with you, watching you over, but it's time for us to rest now. Chio could barely breathe with his tears as he whispered, I love you both. Jungkook looked at Dong, hand in hand. They turned toward the land, leaving behind the world they had once known. As they walked toward the paradise, they smiled at each other, knowing that in another lifetime they would find each other, way back to each other again. A gentle breeze carries the scent of cherry blossom through the air as a young boy, no longer than 5, ran through the bustling park. His tiny legs carried him with excitement as he because his heart racing with joy. He couldn't explain. Mom, Dong, slow down, woman called, laughing softly as she runs after her son, the little boy, with the deep brown eyes and soft wavy hair, turning around with a big smile before continuing his run while laughing. On the other side of the park, another little boy stood, holding a small paper boat in his hand, staring at the fountain with curious eyes. He had a strange pull in his heart, like he was waiting for something or someone. He wanted to float the boat in the water, but his body was stuck. Don't know why. That's when Dong crashed onto him. Oh, the little boy on the floor rubbed his forehead with a small palm. The blanket staring up at the boy in front of him, and for a reason, his heart skipped a bit. Sorry, he quickly said and got up, helping the other boy to up. Are you okay? The other boy, slightly older, with dark hair and doe-like eyes, spouted before nodding. Yeah, but you are fast. Don't run like this, or it will hurt than this. He rocks his body shyly, looking down. I like running, he said proudly. Jungkook looked at him with his toy eyes, feeling something like he knows the boy from before. He cupid Tai's face. Wow, so pretty. Tai hid his face with his palm, feeling extremely shy. Don't do that, Cook. The name slipped like a music from little boy's mouth, which he himself doesn't know how, but something in his heart says he knows the other little boy. The other boy widened his eyes, covering his mouth with his wide eyes. How do you know my nickname? Tai said in curious eyes watched him for a moment. I don't know. Are you really? Cook? I'm Dong. Mom calls me Tete or Te. What's your name? He extended his hand for a handshake. The another boy quickly held Tai's hand, a jolt of current sparkling through their body. Oh, do you feel that? Tai's eyes widened big as he stares at the other boy, who has his eyes wide with a shock. Yes, I feel it. Are you electricity? The other boy laughed, covering his mouth with his free palm. No, silly, I'm Jungkook. John Jungkook. Tai gasped, covering his mouth. You sounds familiar. Cook shyly scratches his name. You too, so pretty. I could die for. Tai covered his Cook's mouth with his small palm. Never talk like that. I don't feel good when you said that. Tears fell from his eyes. Cook. Oh my god, please. I'm sorry. Don't cry. I will not talk about dying. From now on, it's a promise from Jungkook. For a moment, the world around them seemed to fade. The soft rustling of leaves, the distant laughter of the children, and even the warm sunlight, all of it felt like a dream. Jungkook, the Tai didn't understand why, but the name felt familiar, like a song he had heard before but couldn't quite remember. And when Shankuk looked at him, he felt the same strange warmth in his heart. Their mothers watched from distance, smiles at the sight of the two boys laughing together as if they had known each other forever. Hey, Shankuk, let's be friends forever. Dog suddenly said, holding out his pinky. Shankuk, with a small knowing smile, looked at his pinky with dogs. Forever? And just like that, their soul had found each other again. Dog and Shankuk are together again, ready to write another love story in their new lives. The journey will start again, and they will become the talk of the city again. Hope they will find peace in each other's embrace again.